Hello, my name is Celia Kreth. I am a senior at Penn in the college studying communication and public service and minoring in legal studies and history, and I will be receiving a Bachelor of Arts in May 2023. The Fellows Program has impacted my journey in, I would say, two distinguishable ways, one being academic and the other being more personal and professional. On the academic side, I had the opportunity to take a lot of SNF Paideia designated courses through the fellowship, but also just because they're really interesting courses. My favorite course that I got to take was Peace Communications with Professor Samantha Morberg in Annenberg. And we got to look at dialogue and citizenship with a focus on the rhetorical part of communication, which is what inspired a lot of my capstone project. So that was very influential. And then also on the professional and personal side, definitely the mentorship in the Paideia program helped me have a more meaningful academic curriculum here, and also it allowed me to meet a ton of people from a variety of schools that I probably wouldn't have met anyway. My cohort in the SNF Paideia Fellows program was very influential, and I think that's partly because we were the inaugural cohort. We were very close, especially through the Zoom era. I think that this program gave me the opportunity to meet a bunch of people who come from different schools and have a bunch of different interests, but yet it was all unified under the SNF Paideia pillars. And I think that that was mainly connected through the Fellows Pro seminars, because we got to sit down each week and converse with these people and put our, put the text of dialogue and citizenship and wellness really into practice with one another. And it was just very helpful to have their feedback on different assignments we did, because they're coming from such a different discipline, and then also getting to hear about all the cool things that they were interested in. I really can't imagine my Penn experience without the SNF Paideia program. I think it was very integral in helping me figure out which courses I wanted to take, and then those courses helped me figure out what I'm really passionate about and find a more meaningful purpose, especially with the capstone pitch and then also the capstone project in itself. I think in those 3 years, because it really started in your sophomore year, you have an opportunity to really be specific in how you want to plan your academic journey. And I think that I got to take courses such as, one of them was an SNF Paideia designated course on business law and democracy. And after graduation, I will be a paralegal in New York. And so it's definitely helpful to have that legal background, but also mixed with the business side of it. And then of course, I'm very interested in the politics. So having that political take on it just shows like how interdisciplinary those courses were, and more, those are the more like tangible skills that I think I can take with me in terms of like material, but also being able to have conversations with one another like we practiced in our pro seminars, and the ability to really talk about problems that are usually off the table, such as religion or politics, but that need to have conversations, and how to really approach those problems in a respectful and inventive way. My senior capstone project was the culmination of 3 years of research within my major in Annenberg, but also within the Paideia program. From the outset, the pro seminar, the instructors always have you think about what you're passionate about and kind of always gearing towards that capstone project. And the same as with Annenberg, being a public service concentration, I knew that I was going to write a thesis. And so those two have always gone hand in hand for me and have always been on the back of my mind. But going through the SNF Paideia designated courses, such as Peace Communications, really helped me find what I'm interested in, which is the rhetorical analysis. And so my senior thesis and capstone project was investigating the 1957 crisis in Little Rock, Arkansas, and doing a rhetorical analysis on that between President Eisenhower and Arkansas Governor Faubus. And having the being able to do the in-depth research in Annenberg, within the thesis I had to do very in-depth research, which was very interesting in terms of rhetorical analysis, but it's not always applicable to a broader community, and I think that's where Paideia really comes in and helps you connect them to the broader pillars of citizenship, dialogue, wellness, and service. And so having that mentorship here and being able to communicate my findings in a broader area than just the communications school, I think is definitely something that I wouldn't have gotten if I wasn't in the program. Another great component of the Fellows program for me was mentorship, and I think this was especially important having the pandemic during my college years. The Paideia program coming in my sophomore year really served as a home base, both virtually and then when we transitioned to in-person, because I always knew that there was someone I could speak to about courses or professional interest, figuring out like what different opportunities there are and like how to best use my curriculum or interest to further different pursuits. And I think that was specifically helpful during the pro seminar with Dr. Anderson and Dr. Howard, and then also having my thesis advised by Dr. McMullen too, because it helped me connect to those pillars. And also Dr. Deli Carpini really helped with the civic project pitch, which was a great bridge between Annenberg and Paideia to really have everything be full circle. So just being able to talk to anyone in the office about anything was extremely helpful and made it really feel like more of a home base and like somewhere I could always go to at Penn. With the completion of my senior capstone project and thesis, I really want to thank Dr. Anderson, Dr. Howard, Dr. McMullen, Dr. Deli Carpini, and also Dr. Kimberly Wolf and Professor David Eisenhower at the Annenberg School for all of their help and advising what's been 3 years of really exciting research.